talk about Oreo cookies.
Boy, what you doing with those?
Oreos! You know, when I used to be really big, 410 pounds, I would not have just 6. This is just 6 in a package, which is kind of funny to me that they package these in like 6. Who only eats 6 Oreos at one time? I didn't. How many did I used to eat?
No, a lot more than that.
A lot. About 4 or 5 times as many.
Yeah.
I used to love Oreo cookies. But guess what? I don't eat them anymore. How in the world do I not eat Oreo cookies anymore?
Pretty amazing.
Some people want to know. So you might wonder, how in the world can you overcome your addiction to sugar and things like Oreo cookies? Well, we're going to talk about that today on Living La Vida Low Carb on YouTube. This is episode 17. My name is Jimmy Moore.
I'm Christine Moore.
And we are happy to be with you again today. And today we are going to talk about sugar. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Sugar. And you might recognize brown sugar. Brown sugar.
Okay.
I think they get the point, right?
They do get the point.
Well, so how do you overcome addiction to sugar? I mean, sugar is readily available in all sorts of products. Show them some of what you got there.
These, my favorite.
Jelly beans!
Jelly beans.
She does. She loves those jelly belly. Those.
Yeah.
She loves those. Those are pretty. Pretty disgusting to me, but pretty. What else you got?
I have got...
These are all favorites of Christine's. Oh my goodness, she absolutely cannot live without M&Ms. I mean M&Ms. I used to think these were M's because it just had 2 M's on the front. Mama, I want some M's. But it M&M.
Leave it to Jimmy.
Yeah,
One more thing.
Stay away from the green ones.
This right here.
Oh, and this used to be a favorite of mine too. I would just adore Kit Kats. I don't know what it is about Kit Kat, but I guess it's that little bit of crunchy and sweet and the chocolate, and it just... Don't eat these anymore either. You don't need that either.
No, I don't, but I was taking it away from you.
What else you got? But you had something else. Oh!
No, you had the...
Oreos.
Yeah, the Oreos.
She wants those too. She can get away with more carbs than I can.
Don't you love me?
Yes, I love her. But I don't love that she can eat about 10 times the amount of carbs I can and not gain a pound.
I still have to watch it.
Yeah, watch it go in your mouth and go right down the trap. All right, so how do you get from sugar to not eating sugar? Now, there are a lot of sugar substitutes that I've talked about in previous videos. The stevia, the Splenda, erythritol, fructose, all sorts of alternatives. But how in your mind do you go from eating sugar, and I used to eat like whole boxes of Little Debbie snack cakes at a time. I could eat Kit Kat bars. I mean, this is like a snack. And it was just right before a meal I would have something like that. How do you go from doing that to not eating sugar at all? Because it's now almost 4 years since I started Living La Vida Low Carb. It was January 1st, 2004. And it's almost 4 years since I've had a conscientious bite of sugar. And a lot of people are just amazed by that. They're like, how do you overcome? Well, I wanted to tell you about a little trick that I came up with. It's like a little mantra that I've been saying ever since 2004. I told myself, you know what? When I see sugar, what am I going to actually see in my mind? And that thing is rat poison. So when you see this, you actually see this in your mind. Okay?
Pretty cool, huh?
When you see this, you're gonna see this. That makes sense? And when you see this, just kidding, I don't miss it. You see this. Okay? So what I want you to think about the next time you see some sort of sugary dessert, candy bar, candy, anything that tempts you.
Chocolate cake?
Carbohydrate-wise, yeah, chocolate cake definitely one. Where it's dripping off the side. So that's what it is instead. Now, you might think, well, that's just too simplistic, Jimmy. Come on. Rat poison? Well, it's not really rat poison. I can't make myself believe that sugary foods are rat poison.
It's poisonous for your body.
Believe me, absolutely. Believe me, when you start implementing this mental strategy, and it's kind of a mental exercise strategy, when you start thinking of anything that's sugary or starchy as rat poison, it's amazing what happens. It gives you just enough time in your head to pause. And when you pause, that gives you time to think. And as you're thinking, your brain says, you know what? I don't really need that in my body. Now, whereas if you just see M&Ms and you go, well, that's not so bad. You don't think of the sugar being rat poison. You know, it's not so bad. But when you think of it as rat poison, it makes you stop and think. And then you're like, you know what? I don't really need that anyway. Let me get an alternative. Let me grab a bowl of blueberries instead. Let me grab a low-carb chocolate bar instead. There's so many alternatives now to like the real sugary stuff that you don't really need to have that. Now, it's real interesting that after I implemented this strategy, I wrote it in my book, Living La Vida Low Carb. There actually was a study done by a psychology professor. Her name is Elizabeth Loftus. And she did a study that actually found that if you create a negative memory about a food, you can actually be disgusted by that food, even though you used to love it. I think that one was dealing with ice creams.
Strawberry ice cream.
Yeah, that's what it was, strawberry ice cream. And they told the people that they got sick from the strawberries. And so they stopped eating strawberry ice cream. It was that negative memory just stuck. So the same thing happened, and when I wrote to the researcher, Miss Loftus, I said I implemented something similar. I called sugar rat poison, and she was just totally enamored by that. That it was just, it really goes right along with what she was talking about in her study. So the next time you see something sugary, Jelly Belly beans, what is it? It's
rat poison.
Rat poison. Okay, so your new mantra, whenever you see something that tempts you that's sugary, sugar is rat poison. Say it with me now. Sugar is rat poison. You got to get like rat poison.
You know, one thing you'll notice too is the longer you go without sugar.
Yeah.
Jimmy has noticed that a lot of foods like almonds become sweeter,
Oh.
and so that will.
I could not believe that things that you used to kind of think, well, that's just salty, that's just savory. I mean, almonds really are sweet in the middle. I couldn't believe that. It was just totally awesome. Well, that's all the time we have now for Living La Vida Low Carb on YouTube, episode 17. Thanks so much for watching, and let's give something away today.
All right.
You know what I'm going to do? I have got 3 coupons here for Eggland's Best Eggs. Now, these aren't the cheapo eggs. These are the really big eggs.
These are good stuff.
So all you got to do is leave a comment at the bottom down there. And next video, we will give these away to a lucky viewer.
Commenter.
Viewer. And so good luck to you. And we will mail these out to you as a special little present to you for watching the Living La Vida Low Carb on YouTube. And I'm Jimmy Moore. Peace out, baby! And you're who?
Christine Moore.
Bye.